All right, let's talk about our pneumococcal pneumonia, the one that we do have the vaccine for. It's got this polysaccharide coating. Nice. It's easily identified. We could extract DNA from that. We could develop vaccines from that, hence our pneumonia vaccine. Just a spoonful of sugar, I think, makes the medicine go down here. Okay, it's not orally taken, but you get my picture. We have the ability for the pneumococcal pneumonia to have a vaccine. Not like virus, where you have H's and N's and subtypes of H's and subtypes of N's. Thankfully, that polysaccharide coating has only about 23 subtypes. So our body is able to handle that, unlike the 144 subtypes plus of viruses. So we can develop a vaccine that doesn't mutate as often. The bacteria doesn't mutate. Our vaccine for pneumonia, pneumococcal pneumonia, is thought to be good for about a 5 to 10 year period. Everyone agrees. The CDC, Public Health, Department of Health and Human Services, primary care physicians, the pneumonia vaccine in targeted populations is huge, huge, huge. So who can get, or who should get, the pneumonia vaccine? There you go. People over 65. Actually, I think they're bumping that age down lower and giving it to people 60. I know when we do screening in the ER, anyone wants the pneumonia vaccine who's identified with chronic illness or close to 65, we're giving it. It's preventive. It's great. Children over 2 with chronic illnesses. So we're not giving it to all children. Again, adults with chronic illnesses, those over 65, children over 2 with chronic illnesses. Those children most likely, again, will be referred to either their pediatrician or the medical specialist. But they may show up in your clinic. Contraindications? Not really. This is kind of an easy slide here. No major ones, unless they have an allergy. But again, how are they going to know if they have an allergy? If they've gotten the pneumonia vaccine, they're not coming to get it from you the year after they got it. It's a shot. Same kind of local reactions, myalgia, muscle aches, just kind of feel tired, a little low-grade fever, a little pain at the site. Those are the major side effects. What's the dosing for the flu shot? Same thing as for the, for the pneumonia shot, same thing as for the flu shot, 0.5 ml, IM, deltoid muscle, same size needles, same parameters, same things. Now, let me say, most clinics, especially clinics that are involved in the public, you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, this is a nightmare. It's not. Most clinics are targeted so that if you're doing a flu clinic, you're doing a flu and pneumonia clinic. That's it. We'll talk about some of the other clinics, but remember, as a paramedic, the only 2 things that you are being approved to do is flu and pneumonia. You're not approved to give other vaccines, and I'll talk about those, but I just wanted to bring that up in case you are at a clinic and they say to you, hey, let's do an MMR. Not what you're there for. All right. Clay wanted to know, did anyone recognize this structure? I don't know what it is. I know where it is. It's in Toronto. Okay. So what? Toronto, north of the border. Ah, SARS. Does anyone remember SARS? Back in the early 2000s, severe acute respiratory syndrome. Really seemed to focus itself in Hong Kong and then in Toronto. Short story of the whole thing here, transmission, same thing as we've talked about. One of the things that was a little bit different that kind of caught the attention is that a lot of healthcare workers got involved and got caught into this because the sick people went to the hospitals and we really didn't learn the lesson. We repeated our history, so to speak, by not paying attention to all those other epidemics and pandemics. We didn't recognize the fact that here's an infectious disease that targeted a population. We did a good job containing it immunizing people, isolating people, putting all the sick people in the hospital, let people relax. The World Health Organization even put out a traveler advisory. Stop people from coming to Toronto. The whole thing seemed to die down. They took off the travel advisory. People started coming back, and bingo, guess what happened? Second wave. Again, more people, hospitalized, etc. Not good. Here's the causative agent. I like this. It's a novel coronavirus, not Corona Beer, thank God. There'd go that commercial, right? Sitting on the beach with your Corona Beer. See, the PR people, they don't like this stuff. Still pockets, wild animals in China, mostly in Indonesia, harboring this coronavirus. So is SARS gone? No, it's not gone. It will come back. We just need to be prepared. We need to think about what we're doing. So why else are we here? Again, the purpose of this, after all this background information, is to have you be prepared to help public health, to help state health officials, to help your local health officials do immunizations. Flu and pneumonia only, under the direct written order of a physician. That's who oversees all of these clinics. So now we're going to need to talk about some of the CDC, Center for Disease Control guidelines, some of the federal laws associated with immunizations, and to talk about the paperwork trail that goes on. A little break here to talk about our protocols. We do have a protocol, 5.15, that talks about the immunization protocol. It is a prerequisited protocol. I will talk more about that later. You should go pick out your protocol book and look in detail at this. Federal laws. Here are the documents. These are actually the titles of the documents. The documents are titled, It's Federal Law, Screening Questionnaire, Do I Need a Vaccine Today? Vaccination information sheets, those are huge. A Vaccination Administration Record, or a VAR, skills checklist. All of these are available on the CDC website and are updated periodically. You should go to that website and look at those and pull those down. If you have other questions or you want to see them ahead of time, that's what I advise you to do. You can also contact the Bureau of EMS, Vicki Blanchett, and she can help direct you as to where to find them. The information that we got here was from this pink book, the Epidemiology Prevention Vaccine Preventable Disease book. It's about this thick. Not really. It's the resource book, and that's where we got a lot of information for this program and for the program that we're doing for New Hampshire. So if you're really interested in that, it's another great resource for you to look at. How about a 5-minute break before we start looking at these things? Let's do that. Come back. I'll meet you back here in 5 minutes.